Don't listen to the stream while while either of us are commentating while you're playing. Anyone else, you're probably fine. Although you might get thrown off from my amazing on how you should be playing.
Right. Finish. I'd recommend pressing rotate and then hot drop 10 times in a row. Just. It's a little bit. It's just a tidbit of advice.
Hold on, is that a bit of commentator bias I hear?
No.
That would be preposterous. Speaking of preposterous, that spike from Agar was preposterous. And Agar is still alive, making it through, and is now all the way at the bottom. And both players are in a relatively neutral position again.
Right. And we have equilibrium again, but Agar has got a bit of a mishap on his stack, I think. Yeah.
The computer is so hot that I'm actually physically holding it up so it has more air circulation.
Condolences.
I love this thing. Alrighty. Agar, pretty clean situation. Run, relatively clean situation. And now Agar is the one that's under fire. But finds a very nice down stack out of it. Almost right into a double Tetris, but that's going to allow Agar to take the round.
Yeah, LM finish on top of like 10 lines of cheese. Nothing you can do about that when there's an 11 spike coming right at you.
Oh, and we never could have seen it coming.
Okay, speaking of cheese.
Oh, but it doesn't work. Agar gets 3 lines of garbage. That's the problem with 4Y. It doesn't mix it up. It's worth nothing.
Well, you do get to the mid game, so.
I mean, you get to mid game sometimes, but if you mess it up badly, it's basically an instant death. Because how do you recover?
Right, that's true.
Speaking of recovering, Agar is poised to send so much garbage. LM finish may need to recover from that. Speaking of recovering, LM finish making quite a misdrop recovery, and now Agar is getting pushed to the top.
This
is a really close round here. Oh! Agar is just digging through that cheese. Digging through the garbage.
Not having the best of stacks, yeah.
Nothing is enough to kill this guy.
Sometimes it's enough, but it's only when he messes up.
Well, in this specific round, I guess nothing's enough to kill him. Alrighty. Agar, lots of clean garbage to work with if you can get through to it, and is going to, in fact, do just that. And at this point, I would like to remind you to drink a bit of water.
Right.
Another sip of water.
How kind of you. I don't have my tea with me. Screw that.
Agar is looking to take round number 2. Run is looking to say no. Agar, really bad misdrop, having to try and fix it just in time. Oh! Agar is still alive? Not anymore.
LM finish also had like very interesting misdrops at the end.
3/4 APP, sorry. Yes, how many lines are you sending per minute? 0.75.
It's not the law, but it's honest work. Rest in peace to that guy.
There's a yawn there. That's why I stopped talking. Where was I? I don't know where I was, but I do know that LM finish has a bit of an awkward position. They'll have to get through quickly.
Agar is converting into a fully defensive stack here, I think. It looked like it for quite a while.
Like an offensive defense right here. Agar, very good position to start sending garbage quite quickly if needed. And it looks like it is in fact needed for defense, for defensive reasons. You know, that's what they say, right? Like a good defense is the best offense, or a good offense I don't know.
or vice versa. It's
One or the other. It's close.
yeah.
Agar going to get a nice multiplier spike as always, and is open right up to another few Tetrises. And that's they're just back in a relatively neutral position. Agar can't figure out what to do with that piece.
Barely gets the old piece over.
If Ellen Finish doesn't get this in time, Agar is out and ready to send. Fight this counter spike, and Agar is gonna take the second round. The third round.
Extremely well fought, extremely drawn out battle, but Agar finding that beautiful conversion at the end there into a spike.
That was just wonderful to watch. Funny how commentators are basically just here to talk about what we think, and then everyone comes to the stream to listen.
Don't say that. A bit meta, isn't it? Not now, at least.
I don't know. I mean, that's basically what commentators are.
I suppose.
Oh, Run does not do the fancy J spin to get out of that, but gets enough of a spike. Agar is now relatively high up, but it's mostly clean garbage. Agar was a really creative TSS there. I don't think I've seen that setup done before. And he's gonna opt to cheese instead of going for some T-spins. And now Run has a bit of cheese to work through.
I'm very determined to not let his stack tank any amount of cheese whatsoever.
And that's definitely a good way to go. I mean, you don't want to be accepting large amounts of cheese at a time, unless you're like Vince, who will like take that and somehow
down it within 10 seconds. Oh, 10 is a lot for Vince. 10 is actually too much for Vince.
I mean, 10 lines of cheese is a lot. I mean, if you played Cheese Race, right? Like, that's halfway up the screen. Speaking of halfway up the screen, Agar is more than halfway up the screen. And is
going to be able to convert it into a down stack though. Very clean conversion coming out from Agar, and now it's going to be Ellen Finish who has to find something else.
Players all the way down. Agar is pushed all the way up, but he is almost perfect garbage. And so that makes it almost neutral again. Both players have just a little bit to send.
It's crazy. Found something else, but it wasn't enough again. Agar finding an SSD,
but doesn't have the T piece.
Going to have to pay for it.
Oh,
that greed.
It is just slightly too greedy.
Yep.
Oh no. Neither player is going to get a PC because they went for a PCO on the same side. Agar going to go for a very classic continuation. I wasn't paying attention to what Run did. Yeah, both players playing it slowly, waiting for someone to send something.
Going to be a bit of a macro gameplay.
LM Finish has.
Agar is going to mess up.
Agar is doing something over here. Anything but do nothing, I guess. LM Finish is just waiting and waiting. Went all the way down to 1.3 pieces a second.
We've got a bit of a modern Tetris moment there. I hope chat enjoyed it. I did.
This is what modern Tetris has become.
Yeah. Everyone sees that now. I'm sorry.
Everyone that sees Z small.
Yeah.
That's what I call Coke Zero. DZ.
Right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, you know.
Very dangerous stack here for Agar. Does find a way out, but still.
And it will be no small feat for Agar to get out of this.
And he does. Ooh, not yet though. The finesse!
Finds the pressure.
The finesse! Agar got messed up by his own finesse. The eyepiece blocked off the last row, so he couldn't get the Z piece into position.
You hate to see it. Agar is going to go for PCs. And is I don't think that's a DPC setup. Is just gonna go for T-spins. Saw the MKO type setup and went for it. Really high APM. But it's just not enough for Run to get taken out. Not this time. Unfortunately, Run LM finish is holding up some really high APM numbers, but misdrops the Z piece. And this is Agar's perfect time to capitalize if he can find the garbage in time. But just not quite. There's a whole lot of not quites going on. Just not quite fast enough, not quite in the right position. Agar makes very fast decisions. And looks like actually one of them just not quite right. And that's going to allow Run to bring it up to 4-2. Might be running away with it a bit.
Please stop with the running punts. This is the third time I'm going to send you a season. This is... I ignored it the first 2 times. The third time is a bit much, I'd say.
I can run. I can't hide. Speaking of not being able to hide, Run was not able to hide from Agar's garbage. So it looks like they can but not hide. Okay, I'll stop. Before you find me, and then I can't even hide.
Oh god. Anyway,
getting back in the match. We have Agar pretty cheesed up, Run pretty not cheesed up. But looks like a bit of self-cheese just happened there with a double misdrop. And now Agar just not quite in a position to capitalize. And they're going to accept a neutral position, which neutral isn't always bad. Actually, that's pretty much defined as not good or bad.
Right,
but all the way up the top, can he find a way out in time? And I don't think that he can. Making it a 5-3.
It's looking very rough for Agar here. He needs to find the next round or things are going to look a lot worse.
It's a tense round here. It's not... I mean, we've seen it. Agar can do it. But the question is, like, will the stars align? Will the garbage align? No, does Run have the position to capitalize? Not quite. Agar is going to escape from it, but going to get taken back to the depths by LM Finish.
LM Finish had a 5-4 stack with loads of T-spin opportunities.
Are we going to see 6-3 stack? No, we are not. Both players pretty much copycatting, actually.
Yeah.
For a little bit there. I mean, that's what happens. Great minds think alike, right?
Yeah.
LM Finish had unfortunate mishold there and tried to O-spin. Classic, right? Agar also awkward position. Going to have to try and make some compromises to get through this. But has some nice foresight and is going to allow for a... looking at it, I'd say it's a pretty neutral position. Agar has stuff to downstack and Run has stuff to send.
Run actually made a couple of mistakes there, now has to opt for a bit of a cheesy approach to everything. And Agar now has quite a bit of time to contemplate what to do with his stack.
Agar has time to contemplate, but will he take it? This is a favor. Because Agar now has some beautiful garbage. And goes for it.
Oh no!
That might be the match, but Run can't find the garbage in time. And now Agar has counter spike.
Agar found the DT cannon and messed
Agar is all the way up. And is counter spiking LM Finish. What is happening?
No.
This entire round almost turned around just like
Ooh.
that.
Interesting solution come up for Agar, and now he's on the offensive run. Has to find a bit of a down stack. Found it immediately as I said that. Agar now has to find his way through lots of cheese. Does find it now. Tries to stack some back-to-backs. Maybe getting a little bit too comfortable, but Ellen finish not quite capitalizing.
I mean, that's all it can really take. The match can turn around just like that. All it takes is some garbage in the right well sometimes.
Yeah.
Or just the right piece order. All it takes, and the entire match just turns around on a dime. Suddenly, Agar, who's been on defensive the entire time.
That was the most beautiful PC I've ever seen. But that is not enough. That's never enough on this level.
And now Ellen Finish in a position to pressure. Agar doesn't have the T-piece to complete the fractal. Has to compromise. Ellen Finish tried to 4-wide but didn't have the piece queue. And that let Agar get back into a comfortable position.
Agar found a very brilliant solution for that compromise as well.
Ellen Finish with a double mission.
We've got margin time.
We're getting into garbage margin time, so people are gonna start sending real big like. And no, Agar can't put the O piece in, and that's gonna allow LM to take it.
Oh no!
It's such a sad ending to see.
Such a sad ending with such a good set. No.
Can I just